we're going to create a project management system using AI. So I saw this incredible video by Alex Finn, and I'm going to put a link to his video in the description, but it went over an amazing, incredible workflow that uses VS Code and Claude. And he went through this tutorial to create a full project management system to organize all of his stuff regarding apps. And I loved it. But I'm going to do this with a little twist. I'm going to follow his directions, but instead of using VS Code, I'm going to use Cursor because I'm just falling in love with Cursor and I'm not ready to give it up yet. But just so you guys know, if you want to follow the full tutorial with VS Code and Claude, check out his video because he goes over the whole thing. So we're going to watch it clip by clip, and then I'm going to start building it according to what he says. And let's check out the results that Cursor gives. So let's dive into this right now. All right, so I've got it at 2 speed. We're going to check this out, the design. I've already set up the new project on Cursor. So that's working, that's right here. And we have nothing here, as you can see. And we're gonna just follow his instructions. So let's go.
For this is one of the new parts of my workflow I just figured out. Is actually with V0. So if you log into V0, which has a free tier, you can go to this section right here on the left, which is design systems. You don't have to pay for this. This is not me trying to get you signed up for another service. They just have a free section here that I really, really like, which is this design systems. And what we're going to do is choose a design for our app and basically export it from V0 to Claude Code really, really easily. So I like the soft pop here. The soft pop looks nice. Let's open this up in the editor. I like the way these colors look, the way they pop. So we're going to do this to get the design into Claude Code. Literally all we're going to do is I'm just going to screenshot this. So I chose the design I like. I'm going to on Mac screenshot it like this. If you're on Mac, you can do Shift Control Command 4. That actually just copies the screen and then you can paste it in. I'm going to take this design and then I'm going to go in here. I'm going to go back into Claude Code. I'm going to paste in that screenshot and we're going to do this. This is going to be the prompt for our app.
All right, let's go. So I've already logged into V0, but once you log in, you set up your account, you just click Design Systems right here. Pick the one you want. I think I did Cosmic Night, and then I did the dark version right here because I like that. So we're going to copy that, take a screenshot of it, bam, and then we're going to go into Cursor and we're going to paste it. And now we're going to get ready for the prompt. So let's do the prompt. All right, let's go.
And we're going to choose Haiku 4.5. The reason we're doing this is very, very simple. What's going to happen is Haiku 4.5 is the cheapest, quickest model from Anthropic. And the way it's going to work is it's going to use Sonnet 4.5, which is their best model for planning. So it's going to use their best model to build out the really nice in-depth plans. And it's going to use Haiku for the execution. And as long as you got a really good plan, which is what Sonnet is going to do, Haiku is going to be able to build that out really, really well. And you're going to save a ton of money. So you'll be able to get way more usage out of the $20 tier if that's what you're doing.
Okay, so let's talk about it. So we have the agent here. Right now it's unlimited for auto. I don't know how long that's going to last for. We can actually select the different agents, including Sonnet right here, and you can add models. And when you click add models, you do have a whole list of all the different models that you can add for Cursor to use. So we can use Haiku 4.5, which is right here. We can use Haiku 4.5 Thinking, which says smaller than Sonnet, but cheaper and faster. So we can use all of these things. But the really cool thing about Cursor is that it already has a plan mode. So we can put whatever prompt that we're going to go in and we're going to put it to plan mode. So I have the image right here. We're going to go to plan mode and we're going to put in the first prompt that he mentions. So let's keep going.
Highly recommend everyone use this. You select Haiku and it'll use Sonnet for planning and the cheap model Haiku for the execution, which you'll get just as good results with. Now that we did that, let's paste in the prompts. You can copy and paste it from down below in the description and build this alongside.
Well, okay. What is that prompt? Let's see if it's in the description. Here it is. I want to build a project management app. Yeah, no, okay. So we're going to copy this. This is awesome. In his description, he has the 2 prompts here. So we're just going to copy that. And let's see, let's put it in here. Boop. And then let's see what he does next.
With me, I want to build a project management app for vibe coding apps. Basically, the way I want it to work is it's a Kanban board with to-do, in progress, right there. And if you're brand new to Claude Code, this is just the mode where it's not going to write any code. It's just going to build us out a very detailed plan with Sonnet 4.5, which is going to make the code generation so much more powerful. You want to use plan mode before you do any major steps.
Yes, I agree.
I'm not using plan mode is if I'm doing really, really simple tasks,
absolutely use plan mode.
But anything more than just changing a UI element, you want to use plan. It might add just an extra step here and there, but I promise adding this extra step will have you moving so much faster because the AI is going to write only reliable code. So we're in plan mode. Let's hit send. The AI is going to
All right. So now let's go and let's hit plan. So we're going to see now this thing is going to start planning and we're going to check out what it does. All right. So as you progress in the video, he's talking big on project management, which I completely agree. So find a tool, whatever you want, any tool that whenever you're creating these apps, which is what we're building right now, is a project management tool so that you can stay organized and keep your ideas flowing and keep everything going and going and going. So I'm going to build the application right now based on the projection, whatever this is called, the project plan. Go through your project plan, make sure it's everything that you want. And if there's anything you don't like, tweak it. Keep adjusting, keep planning. But keep it organized and keep going. So I'm going to build this out and we're going to keep on going with the video. All right, so the app is officially complete. You could see all of the, it just did so much stuff. I love it. Followed the plan to the T, and then it ran it on my local server, which is great. If we go to the video, you'll see that he says, where's my video? Right here. He says to go in and type in npm run dev. That's down here right now. And that's to get it viewed on your local source, which is great. What's cool about Cursor is it just automatically does it. So if we go to Cursor now, it opened up on my local server, but I already have an app running on the port that it opened on. So all I did was say, hey, I need a different port because I already have an app running on this port. Can you do something else? And of course it says, of course, gives me the rundown. And then the final thing that it says is, would you like me to switch to agent mode to update the package, or are these commands sufficient? So of course, I'm going to say run in agent mode so that we can test this out. Okay, run it here, please, on the new port. Boom. And then we're just going to click enter. And now we're going to have a local view of this. All right, here we go. So I cleaned it up and take a look at this. So we have the project manager. We have to do, in progress, completed. We can add a column. It kept that look that we liked. See something a little weird here. I guess it gets cut off there, but not a big deal. We can add the cards and go through this whole thing. So some stuff is not working. As you can see, I'm clicking it and nothing's happening. Let's see if it's the same issue on the actual browser or if that's just something inline. All right, yeah, so that was just inline because I can click here, add the card, and you see it pops up like that. But we want to make this look like a lot nicer. So to make it look nicer, we're going to say this. Instead of these alert pop-ups, I just want some modal windows. So let's add that to the project and go from there. So let's go to this agent, and I'm just going to say, instead of alert pop-ups, please make them modal windows. And that's just going to clean it up a little nicer. So just hit enter. And by the way, I am also on Sonnet 4.5. So I'm using the expensive one. I could switch this to auto or composer, which I'm going to. I don't know why I keep using Sonnet 4.5, but you have the access. It's there. You can use Claude, and I have a subscription to Claude too. So that helps, but this doesn't use that. This is using its own thing. And you can see here the different pricing that it shows. So you could see with right here, Claude 4.5, I've used 5.8 million tokens and it's cost $5.45 so far. But auto is completely unlimited and I've used 131 million tokens and it's totally free. So I just stick to auto. It knows what it's doing. And when it gets stuck, I either go to Composer or Claude. And you could see one time I used Grok, but whatever is your preference. So let's check this out. Let's go to the project manager. Let's see if it did its thing. And it looks like it's still working. So I'm going to pause this. And then once that's done, we're going to go back to the video and check it out. All right, it's done. So let's check out the project manager. Let's refresh it. I probably don't have to. And there we go. Now we have add new card. You could see it's a lot nicer than that thing that kept popping up there. So sweet. Let's go on to the video and see what else we got. This is awesome.
As you can see here, localhost 3000. I'm going to hold command and then click there. All right, here we go. Let me make this bigger here. Wow, that's nice.
That's what we got.
This is the V1 of our Kanban board. I'm going to show you how to do a lot more
Little
things right
different.
now, including adding features, using Claude Web, and a whole bunch of other little tips and tricks. That is really sick. That's a good V1. It is better than your standard UI I think you get with AI because we included that screenshot. Usually
Pretty
purple
cool.
and blue gradients. There's not a single purple or blue gradient to be seen here.
Actually, you know what we didn't even do is test it out. That might make a little more sense, right? Let's add a card. Let's say test, confirm it, and then let's move this here. Ah, perfect. Let's move that there. Look at that. It moves everywhere. So this works really well. Move it, move it, move it. We've got ourselves a nice little Kanban board. All right, sorry for the interruption. Let's go.
here, and when I click and drag, oh, that's nice. You get that nice animation for clicking and dragging. That's really good. So congrats if this is your first time ever building with AI. You just built your first app, but we're not even 10% done here. Let's start adding a lot more cool things to this, and I'll show you the rest of my workflow. So to get Claude for Web working, which is a critical part of this workflow, we need to put this app on GitHub. GitHub is an online repository for code that Claude Code will hook into so that their AI agents can do work for us while we sleep if we want. So do this, go to github.com, make an account here if you haven't already, completely free. We're going to...
Let's go to GitHub. So I'm gonna be completely honest. I don't even know how to get this on GitHub. So I'm just gonna ask the agent. So we're gonna go into ask mode right here, ask, and I'm gonna say, can you publish this as a new project in my GitHub account? And I'm gonna hit enter. It's gonna tell me if it can, it can't. The reason I don't go straight to agent is because I don't know exactly what agent is gonna do. I might say something like that and then it starts overriding a different account or doing some other stuff. So I want to ask it first, kind of see what it's saying. And then once it tells me what it's doing and I know that it's not going to override another project or it's going to create a new project, then I'll switch to the agent mode and say, okay, go ahead and do that. So let's wait for this to plan the next moves and then go from there. Okay, so basically we're here in GitHub, and he also goes over this in the video. He talks about syncing up the GitHub account. So in Cursor, I just asked Cursor what to do. It started doing all this stuff, and then it says, I need your GitHub username and the repository name to add the remote and push. So I just went into GitHub right now. I logged in. I'm going to create a new repository, and we're going to call it AI Project Manager. And I'm going to yeah, public, I guess, maybe private. I don't know. It doesn't really matter. We're going to create the repository. And my name is jperez-sudo. I'm pretty sure that's my name. So let's copy this here. This is what we're going to need. So copy this. We're going to go back to Cursor. We are going to say 1, GitHub is jperez-sudo, and then 2, the repository is that. And then we are going to hit, if you haven't created a repository yet, no, we did that already. So it'll guide you through the whole thing, which I love. Once you share username and repo, I'll run the commands. Okay, boom, there it is. And now it's gonna continue running the commands to make sure that this gets pushed to GitHub, and we're just gonna keep on allowing it because it takes a little bit. Every time it runs this command in the terminal, it's going to keep asking you, do you want to run this? Do you want to run this? Will you allow to run this? But the cool thing is it's doing everything, which is sweet. So looks like it was done. Here's the repository URL. Here's the next steps. Let's see what we got. Let's go to the AI project manager and bam, initial commit. So look, we have everything here. Everything is located on GitHub. And what's cool about GitHub is that everything integrates with GitHub. So you could use Lovable AI and integrate with GitHub and start modifying the code. You could use Cursor, integrate with GitHub and start modifying the code. You could literally do anything, even Claude. And in the video that Alex has is he shows you how to sync up Claude code with GitHub so that Claude Code can start working on the project and making all sorts of different commits and everything. So that's what we just did. Everything is synced into GitHub, and now we have this one location where all of our files are. So if anything happens to your computer, your local host, whatever, you have all the files here. You just bring it in and then start working from there. So let's continue on with this project and start getting some agents working and doing some really cool stuff. All right, here we go.
We can spin up agents from Claude Code Web to start working on our app for us. But here's where the workflow gets interesting. I'm not only going to spin up coding agents. You think Claude Code, you think, oh, you're going to use agents for coding. No. This is just a general web agent. So we can have this AI agent do anything we want on the web. So let's do this. We're not going to start coding yet. We're going to go in here. We're going to do this. So I'm going to say this. Please build me out a roadmap for this app. Look at all the code in our project management app. Then build us a roadmap of features that will make our app better, make customers stickier, and overall improve the value of...
Okay, let's go. Let's grab that because I think that's the one right here. Let's see. I want to make it. Nope, that's a different prompt. Oh, it doesn't have that here. So let's do this. Please build me out a roadmap for this app. So you can actually do that on, you can actually do that on Cursor right here, which it has the agents right there. Or if you have access to Claude, you can use Claude and just connect it the same way he's doing it. And then the Claude code will do the same exact thing, which is pretty awesome. So let's just do a new agent here and let's say that All right, so I put the prompt in, and now we're going to switch to ask mode because I want it to ask. And then we're going to switch this to Sonnet because I like it better, especially when asking things. And then we're going to go click enter. And while that does it, let's check out the video. What else he does?
Of the app. I'm going to hit enter on that, and what that is going to do is now spin us up an AI agent in the cloud. I can hit enable, so it's going to alert us when it is done working. And now Claude on the web, this is an AI agent. What this isn't even on my computer, is now building out a comprehensive roadmap. Let's go back. It's going to go to work. Let's spin up some more AI agents. We're going to have an army of AI agents working for us here. I also want a marketing AI agent. So I'm going to say this: you are a marketing agent. Please look at our app and come up with a marketing plan, including tweets and emails. Also build us out a landing page copy and design. I'm going to hit enter.
I don't want to do that because I'm really just using this for internal use. But I would just click new agent and then do it again from there. And then put the agent while this one is working. I'll just add the new agent here, and then I'll keep whipping up these agents. And you could do the same thing, which is awesome. Let's see. Let's go.
Enter on that. Now we have 2 AI agents on the web workers. While we have 1 AI agent inside Claude Code here to the right building our app, we now have 2 agents on the web building for us.
What's cool is Claude Code comes with Claude. So if you're paying for Claude,
we'll move at the finish.
Let's have an AI agent customized. Then you have Claude Code, which you can do that with any GitHub repository, and dark mode, which is great
for our app. And we're going to hit enter on that. So now we have an actual AI agent coding for us, and now it's building out the light mode and the dark mode for us on the web.
All right, let's do that. I like that. Let's build a light mode and a dark mode. Where'd it go? Cursor. Okay. New agent. Build a light mode and a dark mode for this app. So this is still planning. This will just go on auto. And now we're going to hit enter and just have it do its thing. See, now we have 2 working at the same time. That's pretty awesome. So these are basically like your employees. Like you just tell it to do something and it's going to keep doing it. Let's go.
And I'll show you in a little bit how to pull down this code and put it in our app. So we have 3 AI agents chugging along for us on the web. If we were about to go to bed, you can go on your app on your phone and actually have your agents build. I don't think you can see it here, but I actually have the agents on my phone.
That's pretty cool. That's what's awesome about Claude Code. You can't do that with Cursor, unfortunately.
So this is cross-platform. This is on my phone, on my computer, everything. So this is really sick. But let's do this while this is in progress with our AI agents. Let's add some AI functions. Let's generate AI prompts in each card. So I want to make it so that each card in our app, you can look at a task, and when you click it, you can actually have it generate an AI prompt for you that you can put into Claude Code and have it build out.
Generate AI prompts for each card.
So this is part of the general workflow, which superpowers you, right? You're spinning up agents to work on the cloud for you that are building out a whole bunch of functionality, your marketing, your roadmap, your product management. You basically have a one-person company going on here, right? And then at the same time, we're going to go in and we're going to start building out features ourselves. This is how a one-person business turns into a billion-dollar business. This was not possible before.
Let's go.
Right before AI, if I wanted to build
nice.
I'd have to hire a product person, a marketing person. I'd have to hire a developer. So let's go in and start building out the AI functionality here. I'm going to show you how to implement an AI API into your app as well, so you can have AI functionality in your app. This is your first time doing this.
I think this is the code right here.
So I'm going to hit Shift Tab to go into plan mode.
I want to make it so that AI
functionality in this app. I'd like to make it so that in each card on the Kanban board there's an
Yeah, that's the same thing. I want to make it so that there's an AI functionality in this app. I'd like to make it so that each card on the Kanban board is an AI button. When I hit the button, all right, let's do that. Let's copy this. Boom. Let's go back to Cursor while it's still doing stuff. Let's create a new agent and then click that. And then we're going to just, all right, let's spin it up. Go. All right, now it's moving. See, now we got this one doing 8 of 8, putting in a light and dark mode. We've got this one, adding the AI cards. Let's keep going. That's awesome.
AI button. Then when I hit that button, it uses the OpenAI API to generate a prompt for that card.
Yep,
got it. Be worth it. So this is the plan. It's built out. I'll help you build out the AI functionality. This is awesome. I love when Claude does this. It is asking me for my preferences. So instead of just building out the plan, it's like, okay, so what do you want to use? Which models do you want to use? What do you want it to look like? I like it does.
Let's wait for that to build out and we'll go from there. Just a little tip. Nothing ever works as smooth as you want it to. You can see here I'm having some issues. It was implementing light and dark mode, but for some reason it was on the wrong local host port. And it was supposed to push it on the right one, and it kept mixing them 2 up. So I have half the updates on one port, half the updates on another. But I'm sorting it out. I'm going through and troubleshooting everything. And what's cool is with the auto on Cursor, it's free. So I just got to go through it, make sure it all works. And then once I have that all working and sorted out, then I'll be able to present it. But this is just part of the process. I wish like you just did it and then everything worked flawlessly. I wonder if when he did it on Claude that it worked flawlessly. I don't know. We don't know what happens behind the scenes, but I just want to let you know that I'm having issues displaying it locally because of the different port names, because I have multiple apps on my machine. So it could just be a me thing. I don't know. But go through auto and start troubleshooting to make sure that it gets everything right and that it's running smooth. So I just wanted to put that out there. So with this setup, it was a little more involved than what Alex was talking about on his site. Everything seemed to be with Claude, and then Claude was planning it out. On Cursor, I had to specify to use Claude in order for it to use the AI stuff and generate everything. But it did it. You can see I have multiple agents here. We have the Kanban board project. We have develop a future roadmap, and it put this all together. Multiple boards, backend authorization, team collaboration. So it has everything here. We have a full roadmap, similar to what he mentioned also in the video, which is really cool. And it's all in Cursor. We added the AI functionality. Again, I had to just give them my API key and it automatically did it. And then I implemented the light and dark mode, not without its issues, but that's really just more of a local host issue than anything else. And here's the final project. So I could refresh this. We see we have the project manager. I have the light and dark mode. Here's the light mode. Here's the dark mode. I have all of these things here. We can say, I don't know, let's say add a new color theme. Whoops, theme. Confirm it. If I click on here, it gives me this. We could say I'd like a separate color theme for this project manager. Oh my gosh, I can't type. Save the changes, and you should see this little symbol right here, which I could just click it, and it should generate a prompt, and it gives me an error. But these are the things you kind of have to go through, mess around with it, see what comes out, see what works, see what doesn't work. And this is the name of the game. You're going to constantly go through different bugs. You're going to constantly go through different things. As of right now, this pretty much works exactly how it's supposed to work. You put some ideas, you keep it in progress. I am probably going to make multiple projects so that I can keep track of what's going on when. This way I can organize all of my apps that I'm building under one spot. And then after I do that, you know, of course, I'm going to sort out all the bugs and take care of all the things that I got to take care of. But that's just what it is. That's the name of the game. So you're going to have some bugs. You're going to have some stuff you're going to have to deal with. And if it doesn't show up how you want it to show up, well, tweak it. You know, you have all the AI agents available. So just go into here, start up a new agent, keep the same one going, decide which one you want to use. If you want auto, if you want to use something specific, totally fine, up to you. And then just tell it what you want. Maybe you don't like the dark one. Maybe you want something more on these things. Maybe when I click add card, you want the whole form to show up instead of half the form. I think every time you do this, it's going to spin up something different. So play around with it, mess around with it. But right now, huge shout out to Alex Finn. That's a great video. I think the VS Code is an amazing setup, and I'll probably end up going to that depending on how Cursor handles their auto feature, because right now it's unlimited, so you could just do everything. But this setup using Claude is amazing. Cursor gives you a little more flexibility, but Claude is just on fire. So check out his video. I'm going to put a link to it in the description. Like and join his channel. And if you like this content, if you want to see more things like this, let me know in the comments. Subscribe and like this video and share it. Appreciate y'all. God bless. Till next time.